I'm Earl Garber from Southwest Louisiana, and my hometown is Basile, Louisiana, and our local Salt and Water Conservation District is headquartered in Crowley, which is the parish seat. I've been a supervisor on the local board since 1981, so that's getting to be quite a few years. On the national level, I was involved for a couple of years in the 80s, but due to some family needs at home, I went back home and took care of business and became involved on the national level in 1998 as a member of the Operations Committee, and stayed involved since. I became the alternate board member in 2001 and remained in that position until 2006. Became the board member on the NACD board for Louisiana. And then in 2009, I became the second vice president of NACD and moved up the ladder over a 2-year period each year till the presidency, and have remained on here since. My father was active on the local level in the conservation district. He served on a multi-parish, we call them parishes in Louisiana, district, one of 5 members in 5 parishes. And in the late 60s, I had the opportunity to watch he, as the member of the older district when they split up into 5 different districts, become the chairman of that district in Lafayette, Louisiana, the Lafayette Parish. And I actually got to see the signing of the original papers on the table at home, because that was the only place they could do it, because they didn't have an office at the time. And so I saw that, and then as I grew up, I would see the Tuesday newsletter come in the mail on a regular basis. And I would see the name, and they generally had a headshot of the president of the National Association. And I often thought, man, I wonder if I could do that. The legacy to NACD is to be the spokesman for the natural resource base. I think we have something, the foresight that the leadership had back in the 30s is just, in my mind, amazing. And I think now this actual model is working better than it ever did in the last 74 years. And I think NACD has been a part of it. Leadership has brought this about, and I thought we can be proud of that. So that's the legacy. We have to take this natural resource base and we have to hand it over to our next generation in better shape than it is. I think it's the only way that each state has the opportunity to have a voice on the national level. And that is why our leaders just about 75 years ago knew they had to join together. They had a specific reason back then, because they were looking for getting equipment to build to help districts to get conservation on the land out there, and it was equipment, surplus equipment from the war. But that was the beginning. It just opened the door for all of the other opportunities that we've had over the years, and the opportunities that'll come in the future that our national voice will build to accomplish. And I think, looking at what the leaders have done since I've been out of the officer leadership team for the last 5 years, I think it's going forward. I think that hopefully we had maintained a strong enough base, and it looks like they're stepping forward, and we got a lot to look forward to. Really, my favorite memory is being a part of a team that represents such an important part of our American dream, and that is the natural resource base, where most of our resources are developed, utilized, and also protected for the future. They're the voice. They're the voice of all of the conservation districts in America, and we have to have that voice at all times. Otherwise, other people will speak up, and our ideas and our desire to accomplish things in behalf of the landowners out there will not be accomplished. So we have to stand up and be the voice for the American landowner out there.